Greetings, Games Workshop fans. During the last week, or 2 weeks basically, I've bombarded you with Ork related videos. Kind of made this an Ork week, so to speak. And after all these unboxing videos, I thought it might be time to show you some results. Or not results in the sense of fully assembled and painted miniatures. Let's call it show you progress. Okay, so what have I done out of the 3 boxes that I bought? You know, Warbiker, Nobz, and well, Boyz. And well, let's start with the basic stuff here. Here are a few Boyz. These are just your basic chopper boys, or mortar boys as we call them here. It's a bit dark. It's 4 o'clock AM here, and yeah. So this guy, I believe, has the legs from the lower torso from the knob, from the Boyz box, not from a knob box. So these are just, again, just the basic mass infantry, which I will need much more for. I still try to give them, here, look at this one. As you can see, I pinned this arm because I glued it on at an angle. Because the pose wouldn't have worked otherwise. The arm would have, I believe, hit the side of his head, which his head, by the way, is from a knob box. So I'm gonna put some green stuff in there, and just more evil looking guys. I assembled with some special parts 2 different looking dudes, maybe 1 per squad, 1 per mob, just to have somebody stand out. Not that he's really a tank buster, but I think this gives figure some character. You know, got this additional knife here and tank buster on the back, or this dude here with the grenade arm, and of course on the back he has a knife, and he should have an, oh yeah, it's here on the side, glued to the side of the grenade pack or grenade bag. What else? Ah yeah, well, here's the 3 shooter boys. Again, nothing. He's an orc who's actually trying to aim at his target. Yeah, no, it's probably unrealistic. Same with this one. And this guy is more marching forward. As you might see, I already drilled open every gun barrel. Here's a cool one. He's the one with a big shooter. They made a great parts for this one, like the left arm who's holding the ammunition feed. There's empty shells on his base, and I could have glued empty shells coming out of the, well, I don't know, exhaust here, or where the empty shells are thrown out, but I didn't. I held it on and tried to imagine how it would look like, and I didn't like this, so I left it. But still, big shooter, Rambo. Yeah, that's, I'll probably call him Rambo. And of course, he's got a big ammunition backpack. And here is, where is he? The tank buster. Sorry, rocket wearing guy. It's hard to pose these. The orcs are leaning forward so much, and with such a long weapon. He's very front heavy. That's why I, if you can see this, glued him to the very back of the base, and he's still tumbling. I don't I don't really think there's anything you can do about this. So that was basic stuff. Now to the bikers. I still have 3 bikes. I had 3 bikes, so let's start with the most basic one. This is the one who has the 2 weapons, 1 on each side. You know, the other 2 have 2 on the left side and 2 on the right. This one is basically just he's got goggles. He's just driving forward and blasting away. You know, just racing towards the enemy and yeah, trying to blast them apart, basically. This one was a fun conversion that I made. You know, one as I showed during the unboxing video, one arm has a chain, which is, can you see that here? This arm is of course supposed to be glued on upwards, so he's swinging the chain at an opponent. I, however, had a different idea. I'm going to glue this one a bit edged to the base like this, and there's gonna be some weak infantryman, probably either an elder guardsman or an imperial guardsman, who has his head inside. That's why I already bent it like this. Who's got his head in there and is basically being torn away, like you know, in the old Wild West movies where they tie guys to the horses and then just race away and schleifen, hinter sich herschleifen. So he's got a prisoner of some sort and is basically trying to kill him like this. That was fun to build. And then I tried myself at the biker boss, biker Nob, who's leading the pack. I gave him this front cover here. I gave him a Nob body from the biker box. And yeah, then the difficulties began. Let me just get this. As you might recall from one of the videos that I already uploaded, my original goal was to use the other arm from the other Warboss, which has an axe, which is basically pointing an axe forward as an arm for him. So I can use this arm. It's got the same pose like this. Just imagine he doesn't have the squeak here, but an axe. However, even for that Nob torso, the arm is too big. It's way too muscular. It's not in scale with this one. And that was the best arm that I could find. I had to use an arm which usually holds a gun from the Boyz. You know, I cut it off at the wrist here and repose the hand, so he's actually grabbing the handle. I might be able to, if my green stuff skills are good enough, to make this arm more muscular, and so that it fits with this one. However, the head that I originally wanted to use from that Warboss, the head is way too big for that. It's probably hard to see here, but the head is totally out of scale with this body. I actually think even with the original Warboss body, it's just humongous. Doesn't really fit. I guess I have to find another head for this, for the biker Nob here. So much for the bikers. And what's left are the Nobs. Now, my favorite kit. I built two Nobs, which are supposed to be Nobs for regular boy squads. These are, wait a minute, these two. This was the first that I built. He has a head from the bikers, and I ripped off that arm again, and probably I'm going to take off this one too. Gotta have a closer look at the options, which what Nobs can take, because I'm going to magnetize the arm definitely against the Space Marines or whatever. I think I'm going to use the, as we call it, hidden power claw, you know, for the squad. And against other opponents, it might simply be enough to give him a chopper and a slugger, so he has one more attack against weak armies like Eldar, Imperial Guard, you know, everything with toughness 3 and armor saves that are not that good. So, and I'm gonna do the same for each Nob from the boy squad, which this guy is too. He's got a Space Marine helmet on the base here. Ooh, almost dropped it. And I already had the power claw on, but got it in that bag here now. Let's just say it's a power claw, which is his arm is upwards, and he's got, I glued him basically ripped off Space Marine arm, which he's holding in the claw, and that's he's looking up. Just imagine he's got his arm here, holding the claw up and looking at the arm that he tore off. Yeah, gave him a steel jaw. Pretty evil guy. Well, and the other three that I have here are knobs with big choppers for one of my intended 2 Nobz modes. This guy, well, as you can see, I already put some green stuff on there and drilled a hole in. Green stuff there, just a bit to hold it better. I did some extensive reposing. You can't see it again. The arm is actually inside the bag. I don't want to get it out there. Gave him steel jaw. Steel jaw is a must-have for knobs. I think it just looks, even just for looks, it's great. So he's gonna have the axe here in front of him. This guy isn't exactly reposed. He's just, I forgot to give him a steel jaw. Speaking of, and I can't give him one because his jaw is too close to his arm and the weapon. I can't squeeze it in there anymore. So yeah, he's kind of like the black sheep of the Nobz squad. Every other Nob is looking down on him, and yeah, that's why he's always angry and chopping away at the enemy just to make up for that. And here is one leader of the Nobz squad. Again, here, extensive reposing. Here's just a tiny little bit of green stuff in there, but look at the other arm. Again, I'm gonna have to put more green stuff on there and shape it into muscle-like forms. This is basically just holding it. Look at it. Between his fist and the arm, you can see a square piece of plastic which comes from spruce, which I glued in there just to give that more hold, because this axe was just like, basically just like the one that he's, no, wait a minute, wrong guy, that he's going to get. Where is he? It was supposed to be held more like here, in front of his torso, not overhead, but I just wanted to have somebody who's swinging his axe overhead, like he's about to bring the axe down on someone. So I just wanted to do that, and oh boy, I'm gonna have to use a lot of green stuff here, but I really like this guy. Again, the head is from the Nob from the Boyz box. Gave him huge steel jaw. So really happy how this guy turned out, but that basically goes for all of them. So what else? That was probably the best part. I managed to buy 2 pickups on eBay from the Gorka Morka. So basically the old pickups. Oh no, wait a minute, I have Gorka Morka up there on the shelf, and there are 2 pickups in there which I haven't even assembled yet, but I forgot to have a look at them. And well, just let me say this is the 3rd one that I bought. The old Orks, the Gorka Morka Orks, they are way out of scale just with the current Orks. Just have a look. You see the guys in front. The other Orks, it's probably hard to see on camera here, but trust me, these are incredibly small. And the pickup, look, it looks like, sorry, it looks like a toy. I don't have the current edition pickup here. Truck, sorry, it's called truck in English, but this is ridiculous. So I was thinking, like, what can I do with, because I don't want to sell those that I have. I want to use them to have more variety in my army. I already broke off, as you can see by the bright plastic pieces, this part. I'm gonna I try to enlarge this vehicle. I'm probably gluing the platform on back here and use more plastic pieces and rubber to close that up, just to make it longer. And I'm probably, since the Orks look so tiny here, I think I'm closing this one up. Not a closed vehicle, it's still an open top vehicle, but to close the cabin here, just to make them disappear. And the other 2, again, I have 2 sprues which are unassembled, and I think I'm probably going to use both of them for one single pickup to make a really big one. How can I do this? Well, probably it's, again, this is just theory, but I might cut one off here, basically pull the 2 halves apart, and then use another middle piece from the second truck that I have and glue it in between to make the whole vehicle bigger. Maybe, if it's possible, I can maybe I can make it that the vehicle is just not longer in this direction, but also like cut it like here. I can also make it wider, but that's probably difficult. Same with the platform then, of course. I have to square it and pull the four squares apart and fill the inside with pieces that I cut out of the other platform, just to make the whole thing bigger. You know, that's the way, this way I can salvage basically two regular sized pickups, trying to make this one bigger and again make one pickup truck out of the other two sprues. I also have two, which also was in the Gorkamorka box, two, I believe they're called war trucks, Kettas in German, you know, these, like the front half is a bike, and the back half has tank tracks. They are so tiny, I can't use them. I thought probably using the back side without the motorbike front half as grot tanks, because that would look decent, but so much for what I did so far. And I already went ahead and of course some more stuff. Another box of bikers. Again, remember, I need from this axe, from my favorite axe, I need a second blade to make the dual bladed axe for my Warbikes. Another box of Nobz. Here are just other pieces from this one, and another box of Boyz. Well, that's not all. No, he fell. I've got 4 of the old burner Boyz metal. They look pretty cool, so I wanted to have some. I know there's a box of 5 out there, but they're also metal models, so we can't really repost them. I thought it was a good idea to bring these in to have again more variety inside the squad. And I bought bits, basically just single guns. Why that? Well, I think I'm going to make my own posers. Or I believe they're called flash kits in English, you know, and these guys with their huge weapons and their targeting systems that they got built inside them from their docks or pain boys. And so I need, how can I make them, how can I display their huge guns, you know? There are different ways that you can do. You could file the inner halves down of 2 and glue them together like this. You've got a dual barreled massive gun. You could just cut off a barrel and glue it in front of another one to make a long barrel gun. There are many ways you can display the additional increased firepower that these flash kits have, and that's basically what I bought this stuff for, just to have it ready. So yeah, here we go. That's my progress so far. Again, I haven't done anything on the Warbikes yet, but there you go. See you in the next video.